We're going to take a quick break in between honorees to be able to give the floor to someone that we actually recognized last year. I wanted to bring her back this year to be able to share some inspiring words and to be able to I wanted to bring her back again this year to be able to share some inspiring words. Regina Duggins is just such an inspiration when it comes to her fierce nature of how she approaches things, how she serves her community, and her just overall personality. You just love her to death. You know, anybody that knows Gina Mocha just can't help but fall in love with her.
So where do I begin? My name is Regina Duggins, and I'm a community advocate. You know, parent liaison, special needs supporter, um, just community builder. Just trying to make sure our people thrive and survive. Just trying to make it easier for the next person, trying to elevate people, you know, trying to let people know that representation does matter. No matter if you're in the LGBTQ community, whether you need identification as a Black female, as a Black plus size female, just as a dark skinned woman in general. I just want to be able to highlight that and give that back to the community because I was young once, and to have a role model or someone to look up to was very important to me. Um, those influences that they did, I could never forget. They actually shaped and molded and crafted my life and my journey to where I can say that I'm proud to stand today, to be looked at as a leader here in Charleston, South Carolina. My journey started when I was 9 years old. I started babysitting, but by 11, I started my dance group. So, giving back to the community, sowing that seed, started very young for me. When most people are taking it or just watching others, I was fighting and advocating for the youth while I was a youth, just trying to make sure that they were never left behind or left out. Um, I have a strong mother, come from a strong grandmother, and the women in my life, cousins, and just gravitating and watching a lot of women leaderships in my community made me feel that I needed to do something. That no matter how much pain you go through, your purpose is always greater than any pain that you've ever endured. So, this is why I started on my road of wanting to help people. And it took maybe about 4 years ago when I had almost a near death experience and a blinding experience that really told me that it was time for me to start really doing what I wanted to do and love again. While raising five of my children, I'll say, a lot of my life and my focus was geared to them. So 10 years ago, coming to Charleston changed my outlook. And it really put the fire under me about going back to school as I was pushing them to complete their levels in school. So I went back, like I said, got my master's. It's never too late. That's one of the things that I'm trying to tell you. I'm 43 years old, and I look at the accomplishments that I've done or seen and or the people I've encountered. I'm just grateful. And I know that God was totally behind me in that. Just like now, I'm running for school board. I'm already a constituent board member for District 20 in Charleston, but now I'm running for the bigger board, the consolidated board. Why? Because I really want to make more change. I really want to make sure that equity, equality, and inclusion is on this board, that diversity is within our curriculum, that our children are no longer facing injustices or feeling that there are racial disparities. I just want to see them thrive. I want to actually let them know that it doesn't matter where you came from, but it's where you're going. But we got to show them and expose them to what they can be capable to achieve. And you do that by giving them stories or letting them share their stories or others who have made it and been successful to share their stories. A lot of times, people don't give back or look back or reach back, and that doesn't help. So, my thing is, my roots are from St. George, South Carolina. This is on my mom and my dad's side. So all I'm doing here is just continuing what my ancestors already started and just making sure that I keep planting seeds, I keep flourishing it. And so that when I get ready to pass this torch, the next person in line say, dang, I got some shoes to fill. Like I say, that I have a lot of shoes to fill. So I'm just wanting to make sure that the journey is positive for the next person to come, that we are making a difference in our communities so that our society can be that much greater for our next generation. Thank you.
You know, you're a very involved person in the community. And, you know, I know you said your roots are in St. George, but, you know, you are a Kumya. Well, I like to say a Benya here in Charleston.
It's okay.
A Benya here in Charleston. So our community knows you. We know your face, and we know you, and you know us. So why do you think that it's important for, I'll say, not even just leaders, just for people in general, especially in the Black community, that we give back, that we make our faces and who we are known to people? Why do you think that's important when it comes to furthering, you know, inspiring the youth and things like that?
My thing is, if you step in that role to be a leader or consider yourself to be a leader, they're, like I said, generations behind. It's important for them to see people that look like them, talk like them, walk like them, live like them, so that they can have something to identify with, something they can relate to. And as I say, representation does matter because they really want to know, can there ever be someone that look like me doing the roles that I see or I haven't seen? So we do that by making sure that I know I didn't see a lot of people growing up that looked like me, that was out there doing it, and or that was coming back too. So I wanted to make sure that once I got on that platform or was starting to make a platform, that I wanted to make sure that I did look back and that I did give back, so that the next generation don't have to say, I never saw a plus size dark-skinned woman that represented from the LGBTQ community and was doing all she can in the community and didn't let nothing stop her. Sometimes it takes that one, but one is going to lead to multiple and many. So I know that now that there are hundreds that may look like me that's going to feel comfortable and say, you know what, Regina did it, I can do it.
Okay. And then my last question that I have is, what do you say to other leaders, other people in the Charleston area that have businesses, might be feeling like, you know, what they're doing, is it making a difference? You know, they might be feeling discouraged. What do you say to people like that? Even, you know, you feel free to even touch on the whole crabs in a bucket, you know, mentality and foolishness and whatnot. I feel like those are excuses.
Right.
But, you know, talk about that a bit.
My thing is this, even if you're helping one person, when Charleston Black Pride, which I'm the founder of, started, we only had maybe about 5 people believing in it. They were saying that Charleston wasn't ready for that. They already have a pride here. Why are you going to reincarnate and bring another thing here? Why are you trying to bring divisiveness into our city? Why are you even bringing LGBTQ of color into our city? And I say, because we need it. So for those that's out there starting businesses, I don't care if there is 20 of the same thing. Because when you go in the grocery store, what stands out and what brand people choose to buy, there's 10 different mayonnaise. But if someone decides to buy a certain particular brand, it's because it stood out. Maybe they had a special slogan. Maybe they had a certain nature of how they do it. Or maybe you just wanted that price today. But it doesn't discourage the other ones that's still on that shelf. They are still going back out there, and people are still putting it back out there. That's for businesses as well. Don't give up hope. Someone may buy your product sooner or later. But my thing is, always have that goodness in you, That crab in a barrel mentality is indoctrined from slavery, where we was always trying to fight to see if I'm going to be better today. Is the slave master going to love us more today? We don't have to do that anymore, because we have to start loving ourselves. When you love yourself, you don't have to worry about the next person that's doing a similar thing, but no one can do it like you. No one speaks like you. No one sees the vision that you have like them. I don't care how similar it is. You see jeans, there's 30 pairs of jeans, all at different prices, maybe even look the same blue jean. Well, what inspires someone to go and get that particular blue jean? And you have to always see your business as that. Everybody right now is doing hair. I'm from New York, one of the biggest cities, where I can walk down the block in Brooklyn and see a hair salon here, a nail salon here. I mean, they're running across the street from each other, but they're thriving. They're doing sales on different days. They're partnering with each other. We may not see it because we're not in their business world, but they've learned to coexist. And they learned to be able to still stay around, because I don't see none of those stores closing or going out of business. And they're not fighting over, oh, I got my Chinese restaurant right here. Why are you set up across the street? Or I got my African shop here. And why you say, I got my fruit stand on this corner and there's another one on another corner. Nobody's worried about that. They're all trying to make the same dollar. How you promote yourself is on you. Your business is you. It's a representation of you. Has nothing to do with anyone else. And who all is, this big word, oh, they're copying me, they hating on me, or they're coming for me. No, you gave up hope is the reason why you're not soaring. And the thing about it is, if you're a creative, you'll never stop creating. Like I said, I'm a writer. And how I know I'm a writer? Because at 3 a.m, I get up out of the bed and I have to write. Sometimes I put a good post out 5 a.m. I never thought it was going to be that strong. 5 a.m. Sometimes 9 o'clock. I got another something come to my mind. I know I'm an empowerment person. I'm putting out something positive because I'm doing this religiously, because this is my passion. This is my calling. I go scroll through Facebook all the time and I see positive messages. I don't get discouraged. I just wait for the one time for me. And I don't wait for likes. The like was that I liked it and I felt that I needed to put that out there because someone may need that message that I'm putting out there. So even if I see 2 hearts or 1 or none, I know someone actually read it. Because there's nothing on Facebook that no one actually doesn't look at. So
you're right about that.
I don't let it bother me. I don't.
You are 100% right about that.
Somebody looked at it.
Yeah.
They don't have to like it, but I know they saw it. So
you are 100% right about that.